Could the Lakers truly be on the brink of rewriting their destiny once again, or are we staring down the barrel of a risky chapter that only time will judge? It's the kind of question that makes you lean in, heart pounding, eyes wide, because right now in the purple and gold world, every move feels like a seismic shift. Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truths collide with purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so your heart never misses a beat. Now let's dive deep, starting with a name that still echoes through every corner of the basketball universe: Kobe Bryant. Just uttering Mamba is like flipping a switch, flooding us with memories, emotion, and debates that transcend the hardwood. Kobe wasn't just a player, not by a long shot. He was a global icon, a relentless warrior whose determination inspired millions. And this weekend, that legacy takes on a new, even more profound meaning. For the second time, Kobe Bryant will be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. That's right, double enshrinement posthumously, but every bit as monumental. Most Lakers fans remember 2020 vividly, the raw heartbreak when Kobe was first inducted, shortly after that traumatic Calabasas crash that shook the world. Basketball came to a halt as grief rippled across the globe. But Kobe's legend didn't stop there. It has grown, evolved, and now, in 2024, we are reminded that his impact was never just NBA deep. This new honor immortalizes Kobe as a key figure of the ultimate redemption story, the 2008 U.S. Men's Olympic Redeem Team. Let's rewind. Athens 2004 was a disaster for Team USA, bronze medal disappointment, a startling blow to a nation used to nothing but gold. It was the wake-up call, the moment they realized raw talent wasn't enough. What was missing was leadership, steel, discipline, and a heartbeat. Enter Kobe Bryant, 29 years old, a three-time NBA champ, league MVP, and the undisputed face of the game, ready to lead a fractured Team USA back to glory. Coaches Jerry Colangelo and Mike Krzyzewski knew exactly who to lean on. While Dwyane Wade dazzled as the bench scorer, it was Kobe's steady command at shooting guard that changed the game, controlling pace, setting relentless intensity, a role he embodied fully. And that roster, insanely stacked: LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul. A constellation of stars, even role players packed firepower and grit. But anyone who was there will tell you Kobe was the heart, the motor. Sean Ford, USA Basketball's national director, said it best. That 2008 team was the North Star, guiding America back to basketball supremacy, a path still followed today. That summer in Beijing wasn't just about medals. It was about reclaiming pride. And Kobe? Well, when the pressure skyrocketed in the gold medal game against Spain, Mamba mentality took center stage. Clutch shots, dagger baskets, relentless will that stamped the Redeem Team as kings of the basketball world. And Kobe's influence didn't fade after Beijing. In 2012, he led Team USA to another gold, proving his leadership and drive were undiminished. So when we see his name inducted again, it's more than stats or awards. It's a tribute to resilience, excellence, and an unbreakable spirit that demanded greatness, not just from himself, but everyone around him. Kobe Bryant will forever be the blueprint of what it means to wear purple and gold with pride, and beyond, to carry the weight of USA on his chest. This is legacy on a global scale, one that fuels every new generation chasing greatness on the hardwood. But here's the twist. While Kobe's legend cements itself in history, the present and future are shaping up with their own drama. We need to turn our gaze to a name that's been shaking the league to its core: Luka Dončić. At just 26 years old, Luka already has a resume that makes veterans jealous: 5 All-Star nods, 5 All-NBA first teams, and that Rookie of the Year trophy all scream elite. Then came the shockwave, Luka putting on the Lakers jersey, It wasn't a simple trade or free agency move. It was a tremor felt across the NBA. Suddenly, the Lakers, a franchise desperate to reclaim excellence since their 2020 championship, are firmly back in the championship talk. But here's the sticking point. Despite those dazzling numbers and undeniable talent, some experts like ESPN's Zach Lowe are sounding a cautionary note. Lowe's take? Luka Dončić might not yet be a guaranteed Hall of Famer. Say what? How can a player putting up MVP-level stats not be a lock? It all boils down to one glaring omission, that elusive NBA championship. Sure, Luka's spectacular, but no rings yet. Lowe even puts Luka alongside Jason Tatum, both young, gifted stars, both weighed down by big what-ifs. For Tatum, it's recovering from a nasty Achilles injury. For Luka, it's that relentless pressure to punch a ticket to immortality with a title. Basketball Reference's Hall of Fame probability tool nails this tension with brutal honesty. If Luka hung up his sneakers today, his odds of making the Hall sit at 45%. Tatum's a smidge higher at 59%. Impressive, yet uncertain. So imagine this. The 2025-26 season could be Luka's ultimate proving ground. The Lakers front office hasn't been sitting still. After a roller coaster season marked by promise and heartbreak, they've loaded up, adding forward depth and, crucially, locked in a high-level starting center, an attribute this team desperately lacked. Now, in purple and gold, Luka averages a staggering 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists across 28 games, a masterpiece of basketball artistry. And let's not forget, sharing a court with the NBA's all-time leading scorer, LeBron James, who at 40 continues to defy logic and father time. Think about the potential here. If LeBron's prime competitive fire burns just long enough for Luka to blossom fully into his role, we could be witnessing the rise of one of the league's most lethal duos ever. But don't get it twisted. The last season stung deep. The Lakers were the third seed in the Western Conference but fell hard and fast in the first round to the Minnesota Timberwolves, a gut punch every Lakers fan still feels today. The story, however, could flip entirely this time around, with a full season ahead to form chemistry, and with these new pieces finally clicking, the Lakers might just return stronger, more feared, more championship-ready. So, here is the burning question no one can answer yet. Is this the year Luka Dončić ascends to lift the Larry O'Brien Trophy? Will he silence the doubters, earn unanimous respect, and stamp his Hall of Fame destiny once and for all? The basketball universe has its eyes locked on Los Angeles, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But as this Lakers narrative unfolds, rumors swirl hotter than ever. Front office whispers hint at the possibility of adding New Orleans Pelican DeJounte Murray, a dynamic guard valued around $120 million, into the mix. But here's the detail no one's talking about. The cost might come in the form of Austin Reaves, a rising star and fan favorite on a team-friendly deal, whose emergence has been one of the few bright spots post-2020. Let's break it down. Murray just arrived in New Orleans after moving from Atlanta in a deal loaded with draft picks and youth. He's barely settled in, yet his name already flickers in trade talks. For the Lakers to pull this off, they'd likely have to package Reaves along with multiple draft picks, and since the Pelicans are in full rebuild mode, they might push for more prospects, picks, or even a third team to facilitate this multi-layered transaction. We're not talking small potatoes here. This could be a blockbuster deal that reshapes rosters league-wide. What does this mean for the Lakers? Since their 2020 title, one glaring weakness has been their perimeter defense, a hole that's consistently been exploited. Murray's game directly addresses that. Last season, he averaged 22.5 points, 6.4 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and nearly 1.5 steals per game. That kind of two-way production would instantly bolster both ends for the purple and gold. Horror. He brings size on the perimeter, versatile defense, and a fast break style that fits right in with the Lakers' pace. But here's the catch. Murray's outside shooting has dipped recently, which could choke spacing alongside LeBron and Luka, two stars who command tons of attention, and giving up Austin Reaves is no small sacrifice. Reaves, coming off a career year averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds, has quickly become a cornerstone of the Lakers' future. Losing him could undermine the depth and youthful energy that's vital to this team's identity. From Murray's perspective, a move to L.A. is a rocket ride, leaving behind rebuilding squads for a bona fide championship contender, sharing the spotlight with LeBron and Luka, and stepping onto one of sport's grandest stages. But with that comes crushing scrutiny and pressure, every play, every bad shot, every mistake magnified under the Hollywood glare. Reaves, meanwhile, would face a reboot in New Orleans, likely stepping into a major leadership and scoring role, but also leaving the playoff spotlight behind and losing veteran mentorship from legends like LeBron and Luka. For the Pelicans, trading Murray for Reaves and picks fits their timeline, the flexibility to reshape the roster, draft assets for the future, and a young guard to build around. But it also means a short-term hit defensively and on playmaking. So when you stack this all up, the question burns hotter than ever. Who truly wins this trade? Short-term, it seems the Lakers stand to gain the most, fixing a glaring defensive issue and maximizing the twilight years of LeBron while boosting Luka's chances at a title. Murray steps into contender status on the biggest stage, too. But in the long run, if Reaves blossoms into the star many expect and those draft picks pay off, the Pelicans could be the real victors down the line. And let's not forget, while all these seismic shifts happen, the Lakers' rich past looms large. The Showtime Lakers of the 80s set a standard of fast-paced, high-energy basketball that redefined the game. Then came the Shaq-Kobe era, a monolithic championship-winning dynasty that brought 5 banners to the rafters. The Pau Gasol years brought rejuvenation and title runs, and the unforgettable 2020 Bubble Championship reminded the world that the purple and gold never back down. Through ups and downs, trade dramas, buyout market chaos, and relentless Western Conference battles, the Lakers have maintained a legacy intertwined with winning and star power. Each trade, each signing, each roster shakeup pulses with the weight of history, because this franchise doesn't just play basketball, it crafts legends and writes eras. So here we are again, at a crossroads loaded with possibility and peril. Will Damian Martinez and Carl Lawson's recent additions provide the grit and defensive toughness this team desperately needs alongside the dynamic playmakers? Will the reinvented roster finally coalesce into a title-worthy unit? With LeBron still going strong, Luka poised for greatness, and a front office hungry for glory, the Lakers could be primed for a historic run, if all the pieces connect. But is this the move that launches a new Lakers era, or the gamble that haunts us for years? As a lifelong Lakers believer, I can't help but feel we're on the edge of something massive. Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. I'll be right there, heart in hand, digging into every reaction with you. Because in Lakers land, the saga never ends, the passion never fades, and every moment pulses with championship dreams. How long will Lakers Nation stomach this roller coaster before the tipping point explodes on the court? Slam that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, because the fallout of these latest moves could either ignite a championship run or tear apart the fragile chemistry that's been hanging by a thread all season. If the purple and gold thought their rotation dilemmas were solved with whispered trade talks and lineup experiments, they might be in for the shock of their lives. LeBron and AD's synergy now feels like a powder keg, ready to blow once the West heats up and rival teams sharpen their claws. Can the Lakers really withstand the pulse-pounding pressure of a loaded playoff bracket when every second counts and every lineup change risks fracturing an already volatile locker room? The ripple effects are more dangerous than fans realize. Warriors, Nuggets, Suns, they're all circling, watching LA's internal chess game unravel, waiting to pounce if the purple and gold stumble. And if the front office's latest gambit to tweak the bench depth and bench LeBron's longtime partners backfires, remember the J.R. Smith experiment from years ago? It could leave this team starved for cohesion when the playoff buzzer hits. But here's the part nobody's talking about. What if the Lakers are actually setting the stage for the next era of dominance, stealthily reshaping their roster around AD's evolving prime rather than LeBron's twilight years? Could this moment of chaos hide a master stroke plan from Rob Pelinka, one that'll catch the Western Conference by surprise in 2024? History teases us here, echoing the Showtime Lakers of the 80s. The risk, the drama, the sudden unexpected rise amid turmoil. Is LeBron playing chess while everyone else plays checkers, orchestrating destiny in a way only legends can see? Yet, the shadow of Kobe's relentless work ethic looms large, reminding us that heart and grind can overturn any preseason prognosis, but only if the internal dynamics don't collapse first. The playoffs are less than 2 months away, and the Lakers must decide. Double down on the superstar duo at the cost of depth and defensive balance, or gamble on a reconfigured lineup that could either propel them to glory or crash land their championship dreams. Every practice, every timeout, every trade rumor now feels electric with potential disaster or breakthrough, and no one in LA can shake the feeling that this isn't just another season. It's a tipping point, a crossroads where legends will either rise from the ashes or falter under the weight of expectation. As a Lakers fan, I can feel the pulse of history beating down on this moment. Are we witnessing the dawn of a new dynasty, or the fracture that shatters a partnership built on gold and sweat? Drop your raw takes in the comments. No filter, no chill. I'll be right there in the chaos, riding every twist and turn of this wild Lakers saga with you.